Hi everybody, Cindy
and Gary,
and we're Pathways Homestead, and today is chicken processing day. We had a request to film the last of our chickens being processed. We processed several, what, two weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
60, almost 60.
Almost 60 birds. So today we are going to finish the last 8, or do we have some of the?
8, I think.
The last 8 of our meat chickens, and we're going to do our best to film that for you and include you guys in that. We are not going to show the dispatch. That is a
that's a very spiritual, sacred thing to us. It is spiritual and sacred because it is a reminder that when we shed the blood of an animal to give us temporal life, it's a reminder of Jesus shedding his blood to give us eternal life.
So that is our reason and purpose for not showing the dispatch. I am going to show you our equipment. We will show you,
our jalopy equipment.
Our jalopy equipment.
In case Cheryl's watching.
And I'm going to show y'all our the birds and how we process. Show you plucking. Our plucker is
we may describe the dispatch process,
right,
but we're not going to film that.
So anyway, so here we go, y'all. I hope you enjoy this. If it's not for you, now is the time to click off. So thank you guys, we appreciate you. All right, items you need for processing. We like to use vinegar as our disinfectant. It will go in our water that we soak our chickens in and that we put ice on top of. Yeah, we'll put water in the ice chest, vinegar in the ice chest, and there's no like specific amount. We just use a good liberal splash. You're gonna need good sharp knives, a knife sharpener. You're gonna need ice chests or tubs that you can soak your birds in. You're going to need a big pot. We'll get a picture of that. It's our setup for our pot. Going to need a big pot, kettle, whatever you want to call it, a thermometer because your temp is 150 degrees. It's best to have a work table that you can clean. We have 2, but you just need 1. You can hand pluck. You can. It can be done. You can hand pluck, especially when it's just a few birds or one at a time or whatever. But we, of course, like our plucker. So next we're gonna go see the birds in the chicken plucker. These are our birds. We have the white Cornish crosses. Oh, we have one dead. And we lost one, guys. That's just part of it. That's just part of it. So we have 7 to process today. And they're very big. This is how we transport them.
We had some requests for a few big birds, so we're gonna get them.
Waiting on our water to come to temp. Talk about it for me.
Okay, when I had this chicken in the water, I counted to 20, 1001, 1002, and I was swishing it the whole time to kind of help circulate the water all around all the feathers and get it in. Sometimes the feathers will just mat over, like that one probably did, but they're pulling loose, so yeah, that'll work. I think we got a good scald on this one, looks like, and we've scalded in the water. I'm trying to keep the water around 150. That water was probably 153. And so we're gonna pluck it now.
Okay, so we're going to pluck and show you the cuts that need to be made. Okay, so I like to, the sun's right there, sorry, but because the wind's from the south, this is how we have to do it. I like to pluck the bird first, and I like to get the feet out of the way because they're the dirty part. Okay, on the feet. Taking the feet off, I go ahead and pluck around the leg. And that joint right there, you're gonna hold the foot back. And I like to make a slice across, and that opens that joint up and you can see the ligaments that you need to cut. And there it is. That's the foot off. Then we're going to pluck this bird.
Give them cats something to chew on when they leave things alone.
That's my thought too. I'm going to find the neck. I'm going to make an incision right here, just a little slit like so. And I'm going to go in and see this. I am going to break that all loose. There's also the esophagus in there. This is the craw. You want to get that craw out. For some reason it's not coming out real well.
Just get it loose so it'll pull out.
It's not loose, it come apart instead of turning loose. We've got the esophagus loose, got the craw loose. All right, that's what we need to do. Now for gutting, I'm going to make a slit down here. I'm just going to go in a little bit there and widen that. And there's a little bit of muscle there. You want to cut that muscle as well. You want to be careful not to go too deep and get the guts. All right. There it is. Cut that membrane until you see the fat. Look at that fat pocket in there. Goodness. Then comes the next part. I take my middle finger and run it up the breastbone. Put your fingers like that. Run your middle finger up the breastbone all the way to the neck. And once I get into the neck, I start curving my fingers around, working those fingers around inside the bird to loosen up all the ligaments that are holding stuff in there, and also getting the lungs free. Alright, fold all that back. Check the lungs. I did leave a piece of lung. I'm going to go in and try to get that out. Goodness, there's a lot of fat inside this bird. Okay, my next step is I go towards the pelvic bone on the other side of the tail. And then you want to make sure that you're keeping your I don't know what you want to call that. Keeping your guts back, keeping the anus back, and keeping the intestines back. And then you're going to cut around the tail and take the tail off.
Yeah, look at the fat on that gizzard and look at the fat on the heart.
Did you see this one?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Nice healthy liver. See how red that is? Nice healthy liver.
We're gonna watch out for the bile duct here. So this chicken is done. I'm gonna put him in my ice chest with water.
This one too. Gizzard and heart. I've cut the bile out of the liver, but
okay. Okay, so we're gonna look for something. See, this guy has already, this bile duct is already broke, so we're gonna trash that liver. But we are gonna cut this gizzard out, and we're gonna take the heart off. Can't believe how much fat is around that gizzard. We're gonna get all that off. Okay. Now we're going to clean our gizzard. I like to find this spot here. Just cut into it. If you do it just right, this is the trick. You got to have a sharp knife. Do it just right, and you can peel it. And keep all of that stuff in a sack there. And there you have a clean gizzard. Once again, starting at the top where that duct is, and see that gizzard membrane. You're going to cut through the muscle in the first membrane. And then you're just going to peel back. Trying to not break that sack open, but if you do, it's okay. You're just going to have to do a lot more cleaning and washing. And all this is going to go in my ice chest as well.